Yo, what's up guys? I'm doing today I'm giving you guys my official 2023-2024 NBA All-Star voting ballot. I'm really excited for this. This has been a really good NBA season so far, and these are going to be some really tough now that it's officially back to East versus West. Y'all know how the West guards be, man. This is going to be very, very interesting. But Merry late Christmas. I'm recording this on December 26th, a day after Christmas. What I say, a day before Christmas. Still in the holiday festivities. Like I said, Merry late Christmas. Hope you guys had a really good Christmas and happy holidays. But other than that, let's get into the video and let's get into the All-Star ballot. Now there, like I said, there is now East versus West instead of combining them and having a draft, and there is 14 players for each conference that will be in the All-Star game. I'm probably gonna do this twice, and then I don't know, I might just maybe potentially talk about the final two from each conference if we get into that. But yeah, so starting it off with the West, it is going to be controversial just because the West is absolutely stacked now that it is back to East versus West. I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with the I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with the East, and we know who we're going up. If you saw yesterday's game yesterday, we gotta go that man Jaime Jaquez Jr. Man just put up 31 and 10. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just a Heat fan. You guys can see right here, Miami Heat themed betting right here. But hey, we're gonna talk about Jaime Jaquez, man. 31 and 10 as a rookie on Christmas. Top 3 for rookie of the year. Don't have me. I don't care what order you have it. I don't care if it's Chet first, Wemby second, or Wemby first, Chet second. I don't care. Jaquez is the third, and I will not hear no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But aside of that agenda pushing, let's actually get into it, and let's go ahead and start with the East guards. And the first guard is going to be, in my opinion, Luka Doncic. He's arguably the best guard, plural, in the NBA, and it's sad to say, but he might have officially passed up Stephen Curry as the best guard in the NBA. Like, it sounds kind of insane to say that because Stephen Curry's arguably the greatest point guard of all time. But I think Luka's doing the season 33 and 9, and they even yesterday dropping 50 plus for like a Dame. They did not have a triple double last night against the Suns, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Luka Doncic is genuinely insane. The man is one of the best scorers in the NBA, one of the best playmakers in the NBA. He also rebounds the ball extremely well. Yeah, Luka Doncic is arguably one of the best players in the NBA. Yep, he had 50, 14, and 6 with 4 steals and 3 blocks, 13 and 25 from the field, 8 of 60 from 3, made all 12 of his free throw attempts. Yeah, he just commonly owns the Phoenix Suns as he normally does. He's the best guard, in my opinion, in the NBA. He's been phenomenal. The Mavericks have been a lot better than I thought they would be, and a lot of that is because Luka Doncic. They've also missed Kyrie Irving, and yeah, and he also turned Derrick Jones Jr. into like a really good three-point shooter out of nowhere. Like Luka Doncic, playmaking and scoring-wise, he's phenomenal. The next guard I'm gonna put here might be a hot take, but it is SGA. It will not be Stephen Curry. By the way, these predictions are my picks, not how I predict the predictions to be. I think Curry will start because obviously Curry is one of the best players in the NBA. He also has that amazing fan base as well. So of course, I think he's gonna start with all the fans, but he might honestly lead the guards. I don't think he leads overall because I think LeBron's gonna lead the votes overall, even for both conferences, to be honest. But yeah, SGA. Let me quit talking because I have to do this twice. Yeah, the guards are gonna be SGA and Luka. SGA has been phenomenal this season, averaging 36 and 5. One of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA, really good in attacking the rim, really good at getting to the free throw line. Three-point shot really is like league average, like 31%. So once you get to a good three-point shot, yeah, it's going to be tough. And he's also been so good defensively. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in steals per game and potentially even total steals as well. He's been really underrated on the defensive side of the basketball. Shout out to SGA. Also the Thunder, I did not think that they will be as good as they have been, to be honest. But shout out to them. And yeah, now we're going on to the front court. KD, guys saw the quote he had yesterday. Things might be in turmoil with the Phoenix Suns. I mean, they traded for Bradley Beal, but I said was one of the worst contracts in the NBA, and he just hasn't played. When he's played, he's been like mid. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. But Kevin Durant, 33 and 5. He's been phenomenal this season. Even when Booker's out, when Booker's in, he's been one of the best players in the NBA. Now his team was like 14 and 15 a game, under 500, but it's not because of him. He didn't really have a good game yesterday. But that was really like one of the rare like bad games from Kevin Durant overall. He's been super efficient, phenomenal this season, and he definitely is, in my opinion, right there for the what's it called? Right there for the starter. Now I can pick 3, correct? Because okay, cool. Because I was about to say, you can't tell me to pick between Jokic and LeBron. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. But yeah, in this case, yeah, give me the Joker. The Joker, let's call it spade a spade. His efficiency hasn't been as dominant, especially around the rim. I was listening to JJ Reddy talk about it on the broadcast yesterday. His finishing around the rim last year was like 70%. This year's like in the 60s. Like, he's still like really good, but he's just not as dominant in the paint, I guess, as he was last year. And he had that like 9 for 32 or 8 for 32 game in like terrible games like back to back, or like a 2 and 3 game stretch. Like he's still been good. Don't get it twisted. He's still been really good. He just hasn't been otherworldly, like he was with his efficiency that, because he's still a really good player. I mean, he's putting up what, 27 damn near and 9 and 12. Like, he's still Nikola Jokic good. It's just he can be better, which is the scary part about this. And then there's LeBron James, the ageless wonder, the man that gets better with age. I don't know how he does this, averaging 27, 7 and 7. And the Lakers, they haven't really been winning too much since the Eastern tournament. Apparently they're in rumors for DeJounte Murray. I don't know how they'll pull that off. And obviously the Zach LaVine rumors. But yeah, LeBron's been phenomenal. He just came off a game where he just had 40 plus like 2 nights ago. He got injured yesterday. Hopefully he's good in that Celtics Christmas Day matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed that Christmas Day games in the NBA. He also has some NFL games as well on Christmas. It was pretty cool to go ahead and watch those games and watch Brock Purdy throw away his MVP case. Hey, if you want to hear more NFL and all like that, boy John NFL. I really don't talk anything more than Patriots football on there for the most part, but I've been giving my takes on there here and there. Yeah. Now we go down to the East, and the East guards. This is tough. This is very, 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 very tough. I think this is tough because there's so many guards that I can put here. I probably will say, I don't know, because it's weird because Trae Young last season was not an all-star. He might not have been an all-star the year before that as well. He didn't make a Team USA team, and Trae Young has been phenomenal, especially over these last like 10 to 15 games. He's been one of the best players in the NBA. The Hawks are, I believe, under 500. They just lost to Mike without Jimmy Butler, which is a brutal loss. But this Hawks team, even though it is under 500, it's still a scary team because of how many shooters this team has. Jalen Johnson should be back today against the Bulls. Trae Young is one of the best playmakers in the NBA, one of the best scorers in the NBA, one of the best shooters in the NBA. But yeah, I'm gonna give Trae Young the benefit of the doubt. Hey, I'm not really the type to give Trae Young too much respect. But hey, the way he's playing right now, Trae Young deserves to be starting in the All-Star game. I said it there. There it is. My hot take right there. Trae Young needs to be starting in the All-Star game. He has been great, averaging 28, 11, and 3. It has also been really, really good over this last like 10 games. So I'm gonna give Trae Young his respect, and I'm gonna put him for the All-Star game starter for the Eastern Conference. And next up, we got either Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Jalen Brunson has been really good, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton. LaMelo Ball will be getting some more love, not to start, but to be here, but he's also like missed a shit ton of games, so I don't know about all that. So we're looking at really these three: Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, and Jalen Brunson, and also Tyrese Maxey, and also Tyrese Halliburton. You might got that layer a little bit. Hey, that boy Cam Thomas. Hey, this is gonna be really, really tough. Let me go ahead and let me just give this to, because all these guys are gonna end up being it in anyways. Donovan Mitchell 27, 5 and 5. Dame 26, 7 and 4. Brunson 26, 6 and 4. Donovan Mitchell's been so good. Dame has been like struggling. Like, he's still good, but he's not as good as he was last year, averaging like 30-2 or some shit a game. He just had a great game yesterday against the Knicks in a loss because Brunson literally like basically just fucked them, to be honest, respectfully, of course. Okay, before I just keep just fucking staying on this, let me just give this to, let me give this Damian Lillard, bro. I'm gonna give Damian Lillard the benefit of the doubt. That's my only like hot take so far, I guess. Yeah, give me that. Give me Damian Lillard. That's my little hot take right there. The MVP right now in the NBA is Joel Embiid, 35, 6 and 11, really good efficiency. He's also not been really playing too many fourth quarter games, so this stats could be even better. They just lost to my Heat yesterday on Christmas, and they definitely look like they missed Joel Embiid on both sides of the basketball. Also missed his rebounding as well. He right now, in my opinion, is the best player in the NBA. Also, a video coming out soon talking about my mid-season awards. I don't know when that will come out, but sometime during the All-Star break or maybe even before that. So yeah, Joel Embiid right now is definitely the MVP. First time I've ever said that really like ever, but yeah, Joel Embiid is the MVP officially of this season right now. Just putting up video game numbers and really not really playing the fourth quarter. Like, yeah, the Sixers have been one of the best teams in the NBA. A lot has to do with Joel Embiid and also Tyrese Maxey as well, who I also will put in the All-Star game just as a reserve right after this ballot. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put Giannis in. Giannis is just had a like very weird game yesterday. He was like not that good in the first half. In the second half, he turned it up. They still lost, but Jesus Christ, Giannis is literally a force to be reckoned with. The other day, that 64-point career high game with that Oscar Tshiebwe shit with the game ball. Like, yeah, Giannis is still dominant. He is very, very good. Yeah, shout out to Giannis putting up damn near 31, 5 and 11. Yeah, Giannis is still that guy. The Bucks are extremely scary, especially with the two of them, or not. The two of them kind of getting like more cohesiveness and working that pick and roll, because you don't want to leave Dame open for three, but you know Giannis is so dominant around the rim. Like, that's just absolutely insane. And then Tatum as well. Shout out to Tatum. Actually just got my sister a Jason Tatum jersey for Christmas. Shout out to him. He's been absolutely phenomenal. One of the top 10 players in the NBA, putting up damn near 27, 4 and 6. I mean 27, 4 and 8.5. In my opinion, the best team in the NBA right now, currently the Boston Celtics. He's been really good, been really efficient, and just great. Tatum is one of the best players in the NBA, and as a Heat fan, it sucks to say just because we go up against this guy literally every single playoffs, and I hate facing him because he's just such a talented player. But good downhill, good mid-range, good three-point shooter, just an overall really good player. Can get to the rim with some of the best in the league. Like, bro got an underrated bag too. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell just happened. All right, so here it is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and submit it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do another ballot as well. Here it is right here. We got the East and we got the West. We got Luka Doncic, we got SGA. We got KD, we got LeBron, and we got Joker, aka Nikola Jokic. And in the East, we got Trae Young, we got Damian Lillard, we got Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum. I think those three in the front court for the East, you really can't sway me to pick anybody else besides them to start that game. So outside of that, there's definitely room for a discussion, in my opinion, especially the East guards. That you can go Donovan Mitchell. If you want to go Tyrese Halliburton, I'm just giving Damian Lillard the benefit of the doubt. Damian Lillard is still having a good season, by the way. He's just not as good as he was last year, obviously, just because he's not the number one guy in the team. I mean, he's still shooting 37% from three, almost 44% from the field. Like, you definitely could be a lot more efficient, but I definitely think he's gonna have a good January as well. He just had a good game yesterday, so yeah. Definitely gonna go ahead and give him that. And before I go ahead and do that, let me go ahead and do my ballot. All right, so now to the West, we go ahead and look at we got the reserves for the West versus East, and I'm gonna go ahead and so we already picked Luka, we already picked SGA. De'Aaron Fox damn near averaging 36 and 4 on a very good Kings team. He's been one of the best players overall in the NBA this season. Definitely going to give him the benefit of the doubt and make him the first reserve off the bench. Just sounds insane to say. The other reserve I'm going to have for the West is going to be Stephen Curry, which is insane. Just knock off guys like Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards, the underrated Anthony Simons, the Desmond Baines, the Kyrie Irving, though he's been injured for it feels like a while now. But yeah, my two reserves in the guard position for the West are definitely going to be De'Aaron Fox and Stephen Curry. Curry putting up down there 28, 4 and 4 on a very hot as a recent Golden State Warriors team that has been struggling overall, but they might be getting hot as a recent shout out to them. And let's go into the front court. Like I already put the Joker, and I already put KD initially, and also LeBron. First things first, AD needs to respect. AD is only one of the best bigs in the NBA. He's also one of the best players in the NBA. He has been phenomenal. He just had a phenomenal game yesterday against the Boston Celtics and a loss against them on national TV on the Christmas game. putting up there 25 a game, 3 assists, 12.4 rebounds, and one of the best defenders in the NBA, and probably up there Rudy Gobert for the DPOY award, which I could just say is a Miami Heat and a Bam Adebayo fan, but the truth is the truth. You gotta be unbiased at points, and those two right now have been phenomenal on the defensive side of the basketball. AD is one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. He's one of the best scorers when he's at his best in the NBA, and yeah, AD definitely deserves to be an all-star. I do think the Lakers get both LeBron and AD in. Last year, AD did not make it because Triple J ended up making it. I believe it was maybe because of the games that AD missed, but without a doubt, AD is definitely an all-star, and that is without a we needed to say, to be honest. And you also have Kawhi Leonard as well. Kawhi Leonard has been, oh my god, the claw has been so good. A lot of people kind of didn't think Kawhi was still that guy for some reason, just because he had that injury and he really was like quote unquote load managing. But when Kawhi is playing, he's so good. He's still really good in those passing lanes, can still get those steals, can still lock up, and even though he might not still be the defender that he was in years past, he still is a good defender in this league. He's still in passing lanes. He's one of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA. He's been super efficient from the three, but super efficient from the mid-range. And we know he's one of the most athletic, underrated athletic guys in the NBA. He can get up there with a lot of them. It's a couple posters here and there. Like, yeah, Kawhi is phenomenal. One of the best players in the NBA, and definitely an all-star game starter in my opinion. The other front court player, we can look between Lauri Markkanen. I'm a big Brandon Ingram fan. I like Paul George. Cat's underrated. Zion's on the cusp. Alperen Şengün, man. I'm sorry, man. Respectfully to Lauri Markkanen and Brandon Ingram, PG. One of my favorite agendas right now is the Alperen Şengün agenda. I've talked about him in a video last year, and I talked about him in a video this season as well, where he's taking the next leap. On the Rockets team was been like so good, like defensively. Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, like Tari Eason, like the defense for this Rockets team with head coach Ime Udoka, obviously defensive minded head coach, had the best defense in the NBA in 2022 when he coached about the Celtics before the whole entire thing happened, and he Loki did that shit and did knee a long wrong, shit like that. But hey, in my opinion, Alperen Şengün deserves to be an all-star, putting up 25 and 9. Just had a phenomenal game 2 nights ago against the Pelicans. He went absolutely insane. Shout out to Alperen Şengün. Game before that, he also had a 20-point first half against the Mavericks and a blowout win against them without Luka and Kyrie. So yeah, Alperen Şengün definitely deserves to be an all-star, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, and very underrated shot blocker. Every single time I talk about Şengün, I gotta talk about how underrated of a shot blocker he is, just because I was watching a Paul George podcast, and he had Şengün on. He was talking about how he led his league before he got to the NBA in blocking shots, and I'm like, that makes sense, because watching Şengün, he gets like blocked, and like it's like always underrated to see him go ahead and do that. You know, he's not like known for his defense, but definitely can go ahead and block the shots. Even though he's not like freaks athletic, he still can get up and get those blocks. Shout out to Alperen Şengün. The next couple of guards in the East, they're gonna go to Donovan Mitchell, putting up their number 28, 5 and 5. With or without Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell is still that guy. He's been phenomenal this season. Shout out to him. Trade rumor as well, so you might see Donovan Mitchell on the move, but for now he's a Cleveland Cavalier. Shout out to my guy Luke, big time Cavs fan. Definitely know he hopes Donovan Mitchell stays with them, so shout out to him. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell has been phenomenal. Shout out to him. The Cavs have been struggling as a team overall because of the injuries to Darius Garland, to Evan Mobley, to Jared Allen, but a big part of why they're not like terrible this season is Donovan Mitchell. He's been phenomenal and definitely been worth the trade in my opinion, even though Lauri Markkanen is still that guy. On the Jazz, and Colin Sexton's been really good as of recent. Donovan Mitchell, man, dude's an absolute bucket, and also one of the best players in the NBA as well. Jalen Brunson as well is an all-star. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Just put up like an insane performance yesterday on Christmas Day, putting on for the Knicks. A guy that I initially called an overpay. I'll stand by that. Not that I'll stand by that. A guy that I initially called that he was overpaid. I will say that I did say that, but I'm not standing on that because Jalen Brunson is one of the best guards in the NBA, and I was wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. You can't be right about everything. Jalen Brunson this season has been otherworldly, super efficient in the mid-range, super efficient in the 3, super efficient at getting to the rim, hitting the free throw shot. Also really has this like underrated like post fade game as well, where like he backs his defender down, he goes ahead and does a turnaround fade right in their mouth. Like, oh, that boy Brunson got a bag. He be hitting with the that boy Brunson got a cool bag, man. Putting up 26, damn near 6 and 4. He's been really good. But yeah, shout out to him. Now it does suck to have no Tyrese Maxey here, but Tyrese Maxey literally did shit himself yesterday to get my mind. I'm not taking that against him. I do think Brunson is a better player than Tyrese Maxey. That maybe he's a hot take, but Tyrese Maxey, you will get in as one of the 2 from the East that I won't get. The 2 from the East that aren't the 12s in rotation or 10 in rotation, whatever. Yeah, he'll be in the All-Star game though. Don't get it twisted. But these guards, man, like, All-Star is so hard. It's so controversial. Let's go ahead and get to the phone call before I end off this video. But yeah, one of those 2 that I said earlier in the video that I wanted to go ahead and potentially talk about, one of those guys is definitely Tyrese Maxey. Let's go ahead and see if there's another one of these guys as well that I want to talk about. Oh, it'll probably end up being Tyrese Halliburton as well. He also deserves to be an All-Star. Yeah. So we already put Embiid, we already put Giannis, we already put Tatum in. We gotta put Bam Adebayo in. It's not being a bias by me, fan. Bam Adebayo's been really good. Put up 26 yesterday on Christmas Day and 15 rebounds and had some blocks and had some steals. Put up a nice dub against the 76ers yesterday, even without Joel Embiid. Putting up 22 a game, 4 assists, damn near 10 rebounds. Been really good this season overall, as obviously the defensively, but also I feel like he's gotten better in terms of shot blocking. The shot blocking has been a lot better because we're not having him going ahead and just picking up on everybody. Like, he's picking up on people when he wants to or when he needs to, but he's not like always going out and doing stuff like that. He spent some time actually in the paint now, so he can go ahead and block shots. So that's amazing to see. Shout out to Bam. He's been really good this season. Been out with an injury, but he is officially back and had a phenomenal game yesterday and secured my bread on Christmas Day. So shout out to my GOAT, Bam Adebayo. We have 2 more front court spots. Just looking through this right here, we have some underrated guys like Paolo Banchero, Scotty Barnes. Okay. There's definitely some interesting guys right here. Let me see. I'm gonna give this to, or I made this video too long. I'm gonna give this to, I do think that Jaylen Brown's an All-Star. Jaylen Brown's really good this season. I also believe he's been pretty efficient from what I've seen out of Jaylen Brown this season, putting up them 23, 3 and 5. He's been really good this season attacking the rim with 3 points. That's been pretty good. Mid-range shot. This is a really underrated player. He goes under the radar because he plays with Jason Tatum. He does have a couple stinkers here and there. He does also have the largest contract for an NBA player in history, but the Supermax deal. And we'd like to shit on him here and there, but Jaylen Brown is definitely an All-Star. Really good number 2 to the Boston Celtics. And that points can be the number 1. He's had some really phenomenal games this season. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Yeah, Jaylen Brown is very, very, very good, and definitely as a Heat fan, definitely don't look forward to playing him, because when he's on, that man is super scary. The other front court player I'm gonna put in is Julius Randle. Just have him ever so slightly above a Kyle Kuzma, just because he is on another winning team, putting up damn near 23, 5 and 9. I've been a guy that came to this season, I was like, I'm not really that high on Julius Randle. I don't think Julius Randle is as good as he's been advertised, but he's absolutely made me eat my words up. Julius Randle is a really good player and definitely an All-Star this season. On the Knicks team that also I wasn't really that high on coming to the season, but they've also made me eat my words up, because this Knicks team is also a team that I have now respect for. The addition of Dante DiVincenzo, how good Randle has been, especially over these last maybe 15 to 20 games. Jalen Brunson's been phenomenal. Mitchell Robinson obviously is unfortunately hurt, but they've been putting in Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart be doing this thing. Emmanuel Quick is one of the best bench scorers in the NBA. Like, yeah, this Knicks team is legit. Julius Randle is an All-Star in my opinion, and so is Jalen Brunson. And these are my reserves right here. We got De'Aaron Fox for the West as guard, Curry as well, and we got Şengün, Kawhi, and AD. And for the East, we got Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. We got Bam, we got Jaylen Brown, and we also have Julius Randle as well. Now, I said earlier I was going to talk about the other 2 from each conference that are part of the 12, but only 10 of those will be of the first 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the final 2 from each one of them. For the East is going to be Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, the 2 Tyrese's, closing out the 12 for the East. And for the West, let me go ahead and just take a little look right here to see who that would be. It is probably going to be, for me, in my opinion, between like Lowry and BI. Lowry Marketing, obviously not Kyle Lowry, Heat legend. Maybe not Heat legend, but Heat player. I'll probably give this to Brandon Ingram. For the final, I'll give it to Brandon Ingram, and I'll give it to Cat's been really good as recent, man. Sheesh. I'll give it to Brandon Ingram. I'll give it to Brandon Ingram. And let me look at the guards real quick too. So Brandon Ingram definitely for me. And the other one would be Anthony Edwards. Okay, yeah, I almost forgot about Ant-Man. My bad. Hey, NFC. Fan club, we here. Anthony Edwards is definitely an all-star. Shout out to him. Yeah, so the final 2 for the East are going to be Tyrese Maxey and Tyrese Halliburton. The final 2 for the West, in my opinion, is going to be Brandon Ingram and Anthony Edwards as well. Might be a hot take to put Brandon Ingram over Desmond Bane. I'm just really high on BI. He's one of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA. 3-point has been good, been really good at attacking the rim. Just has been absolutely cooking, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him, even though Desmond Bane probably maybe has a better chance of getting in over him. At the end of the day, these are my picks, and I think it's gonna go to Brandon Ingram. Maybe potentially. I mean, not that I think it's gonna go to him. I think I'm gonna go with Brandon Ingram over Desmond Bane, which might be a little bit of a hot take. But hey, if he plays, they will literally have like 2, 4, 6 guards. I mean, it may can play the 3 as well, but so can Bane that would. What's his name back? Marcus Smart. But hey, that is it right there. That is my official 24 player ballot for the East versus West NBA All-Star voting. Again, these were my starters right here. Let me go ahead and put that up before I go ahead and end out this video. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. These were my picks for the NBA All-Star voting. Yeah, really excited for the All-Star game as always. Now it's back to East versus West. We got no more draft. We got no more those on TNT with the what's it called? The Rudy Gobert, the KD and LeBron with the clipboard with the Rudy Gobert versus Donovan Mitchell shit. Like, we don't got any more of that. But hey, we still got East versus West. The nostalgia's back. My starters are right here: Embiid, Giannis, and Tatum. Trey and Dame for the East, and for the West, KD, Nikola Jokic, LeBron, Luka, and also SGA, aka Shea Gilly, aka Shea Gilgeous Alexander. But other than that, y'all, that is the video. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John, forgot this video. Happy holidays, and I'm out, man. Peace.